So here we are. This week I wanted to show you guys my hope box. And you're like, what the F's a hope box? Well, it's a box of things that you put in so that when you're feeling not hopeful, you can look inside the box and feel hopeful. I got this idea from, I was following this book. It's called Journey Toward Hope, A Guided Experience. And I got this from pastors.com. It was written by April O'Neil. Sometimes we need tangible reminders of hope in our lives. A hope box or board is a place for pictures, images, scriptures, or anything else you need to keep you tethered in hope and to give you strength and encouragement in hard times. Put them in a place where you can access them or anchor yourself to them anytime. Renew your spirit, have fun, make it your own. So I did both. I did a hope board and a hope box. So if you're interested, this book it's on pastors.com. It doesn't cost very much, and it's kind of like a workbook where you just go through. It would be like maybe 2 or 3 pages each, and it's a workbook, so you write in it, and you can do it by yourself or with a group. We were doing it as a group, and it's pretty interesting. And if you decide you want to do if you decide you wanted to do a class or something at your church, there's a workbook. This is the workbook. It's just a leader's discussion, and that will give you tons of help. The hope box I actually made, and the hope board was given to me. It was really cool. It was like, I was in this group at my last church, and they all wrote me notes when I was moving away. They wrote me special notes so that I could put them all on the board that they gave me and put it up on my wall. So now I have both. But I'm going to show you what's in my hope box. You'll get group timelines, group structure, celebration weeks, feelings word list. So that would be like one of the things that we first did when we got in, is we'd pray, read the group guidelines, which are the same every week, and do a feelings check, and then do highs and lows. During the feelings check, though, we would have to pick a word from the words list to kind of narrow it down. And then highs and lows were just the highs and lows of each week. There's tons of resources online for this, for how to start a hope box. Even Pinterest has ideas for how to make hope boxes. This is my hope box. Kind of messed it up a little bit, but you get the point. I made it beach themed because I'm a beach person. So right when I opened it up, it says Unity at the top. I don't know why these Mardi Gras beads are in here, but they are. This was given to me from a friend. It says Eternal Beauty. I liked this verse a lot because it's true, we should be rejoicing in our sufferings because it does change us and it does make us better. It can be, you improve from that. This is me and my best friend. Me and my best friend. That always brings me joy to see those pictures of me and her. This is my parents when I was little. My puppy, Lucy, she passed away, but this was one of the pictures that we took of her, one of the only pictures we have of her when she was a puppy. This is my grandpa back at their house. I would have been 1 year old. me and my best friend again at her wedding. Just cracking up. This is back at my old house, me learning to ride a bike. This is like me and my sister. We were sitting in our old trailer that we used to go on vacations. This is another one that someone gave to me. It says, "Yet hope returns when I remember this one thing. The Lord's unfailing love and mercy shall continue, fresh as the morning, as sure as the sunrise. The Lord is all I have, so in him I put my hope." Lamentations 3:21 through 24. This is my parents at the last house we lived in. I took this picture of them. They looked super stoked. Me and my best friend. Here's me as a kid. I don't know what year it was, but yep. best friend. Mostly pictures of me and my best friend. This is at her wedding. And this is when we were just driving around one day. Her wedding. This was, I believe this was when my youngest sister Caitlin was born in 96. Doesn't have a date. Brings me so much joy. This is a picture my best friend took of me playing with her camera lens. I don't think that this camera even worked. But yeah, I always liked this picture because she took it. This is me my senior year. I know, right? Who's that? Who's that frickin' babe? She gone now. This is another one of my puppy. She passed away, but we got pictures of her when she was a puppy. This was like one of 3 or something pictures we ever had of her as a puppy. More wedding pictures. Oh, this is a good one. This is I went to see Whit Lowry in concert. He's a rapper. He's an indie rapper, and he was so good. But before I saw him in concert, I got to meet him, and it was one of the most awesome things I ever got to do. I was so happy meeting him, and I wrote him a letter, and he remembered who I was, because I had posted a video about him on YouTube years prior, and he remembered it and everything, so I just remember being like totally shocked that he remembered who I was, and I was so excited to meet him. We're probably on our way to like Disneyland, but we used to have this really old Ford that we drove. This is me and my brother. This is me and Caitlin, my younger sister. She was a cute baby. Yeah, that's just Lindsay. Me picking on her hasn't ended. It never ends. But yeah, these are some of the things that I put in my hope box. So I leave this on my dresser in a really obvious place, and so I see it all the time. And there's a lot of times where I'm having a bad day or bad night or whatever, and I can walk over to the hope box and it'll just change my mood, because you go through all the memories and all the things that are tied to the pictures and the writings, all those feelings, they come back up. You can reflect and be like, okay, I have had a lot of good times. It's not just about how I feel right now, because I've had so many good times, and you can reflect on those as well. I encourage everyone to like try this hope box thing out, because I think it's really good, especially if you have any sort of mental illness. But anyone could do it. It's just something to help lift your spirits. So yeah, try out the hope box.